Hello, Aries loves. For today's reading, we are creating a soul activation reading that is meant to help activate your soul in relation to anything that you are working through at this time. So, for today's reading, we are using this beautiful oracle deck here, which is called the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. And I'm really excited and grateful to be sharing this deck with you all today because it is one that I have worked with for quite some time. It's one that I've kind of just kept to myself because it's just so beautiful and such a powerful sacred deck, and the illustrations and messages of guidance that come through with these cards are just so deeply activating. However, over the past few weeks, I have felt guided to create these soul activation readings for all the astrology signs, and so I'm really excited and grateful to be here with you today to bring forth these messages of guidance. All right, love, so let's go ahead and get into your reading and let's see what messages of guidance want to come through for you today. All right, so what does Aries need to know? So I'm going to pull all your oracle cards from this deck, and then we'll get into your messages. Okay, let's get one more. Let's see, one more. Okay, there we go. All right. So your cards kept kind of sticking out in this way of like, pick me, pick me. So I definitely feel like somebody may be in that energy where you are hoping to be selected for something. Okay, maybe a suitor. So maybe like relationships. There could be some like almost like love triangle dynamics going on, but it doesn't necessarily have to be in the romantic sense. And then there's also this energy of like being selected for a job position coming in where maybe many people applied and you're hoping that they select you. There's also this energy coming in around like awards. So maybe somebody has like applied for a scholarship or some type of award. I'm hearing like the word prestigious, like somebody keeps saying this is a really prestigious opportunity, and you're just like hoping that they select you, they accept your application, and you're the lucky winner. Okay, so somebody is definitely in that energy of praying, hoping, and manifesting that they will be selected for this opportunity. But let's go ahead and see what your cards are and your messages of guidance are, and see if we can get more guidance on that energy coming through. Okay, so your first card is 19, Balanced Forces. Look at that. This definitely looks like a little bit of a surrender energy, like you have to surrender to what is and what is to come. All right, so you can't force them to select you. You've already done all the work that you can do, all the work that you can put in, and now you have to surrender it and to allow things to fall into place how they're meant to fall into place. So you have 44, Shine Your Light. This card keeps coming out in the readings today. Oh, we also have 37, Mount Shasta. This card also came out in Aquarius's reading and actually came out in the exact same place. I feel like this card may have also came out today in Aquarius. I'm not sure if it was Aquarius or Pisces though. Ooh, and then we have 55 unique gifts. Wow, this is a very activating card. I am feeling the energy coming through that. Just take a moment to reflect on and admire this card, Aries, because there is definitely some activation codes in it and in the illustration itself. Ooh, okay, so we are working with some really inspiring energy here. All right, so I'm going to explain the Mount Shasta card to you as well. I explained this in Aquarius's reading. So this deck was created by this person here, Izzy Ivy. And when she received the idea to create and channel this deck, she was actually at Mount Shasta, and Mount Shasta is a deeply activating place. And so I think that's why she created this Mount Shasta card for this deck. And then with the unique gifts coming out, I do feel like you are going through a deep activation right now in relation to your unique creative gifts or gifts that are just meant to inspire others and to like lead others through something. Okay, so you're meant to be a leader in some way. And with the Mount Shasta coming up too, in relation to how the creator of this deck, Izzy Ivy, how she received the downloads and the idea to create this deck when she was in this location. I feel like some of you are also being blessed with the seed of insight to create something magical, to create something that's magnificent and activating to yourself, but also to others. Like what you're meant to create, it's meant to inspire others. I'm also hearing like you're meant to guide others through their own aspirations. I keep hearing that word aspiration and inspiration. Okay, like they are definitely one and the same. But those two words keep coming up very strongly. And this idea and these gifts that you are being guided to activate and to work with moving forward, they are very unique to you. They're very original. This is actually very similar to the message that came through in Aquarius's reading too. So if you feel called to, if you have Aquarius placements in your chart, like your sun, moon, rising signs, you may definitely want to check out Aquarius's reading too, because there could be some more insight and guidance in relation as to like how you're going to be activating these gifts and what you're going to be using them for moving forward. Okay. But coming back here to Aries, you are definitely being guided to step forward into the light and to share your gifts with others. Okay. So where things may feel out of balance in your life right now, it's really what I'm getting is like you're in this energy of waiting for something to happen and thinking that you don't have a say or you don't have control as to how things are going to unfold. And so I'm getting a couple different messages there. So one, we're picking up on this energy of learning manifestation. So some of you may be going through the process of learning how manifestation works, learning the different laws of the universe and how to co-create with the universe by learning and working with the universal laws. Let me think. I think there's 7 universal laws, and there's also, I think there's a number of like 12 or 13 for something. It's for something else, which could be, I'm kind of picking up on the tablets, the emerald tablets written by, who wrote them? I think it's like Toth. Okay. So also the emerald tablets, which will also provide you with deep soul activations and help guide you to a deeper understanding as to how you can come forward into the light and to share these gifts and to create balance. Okay. But coming back to where you're feeling as though you're in a waiting space and you're being like very patient, wondering what to do next, or thinking that you have to wait for something to happen or for someone to reach out. There's also this energy coming in where you don't have to just be fully surrendered to that waiting space. You can be working on other things while you're in that waiting period. Okay, so if you're like waiting to hear back from somebody, it doesn't mean you have to stay at home alone just waiting for that person to reach out to you. You can go out and mingle and interact with other people who are ready to interact with you. Okay, and the same thing if you're like waiting to hear back about an award or some type of accomplishment that you've done or like a job offer, you don't have to just sit around waiting to hear back from them, waiting for the phone to ring. You can go out and connect with your gifts, your expertise, maybe work on developing your skills and knowledge and your creative abilities in other ways. You don't just have to sit there waiting for things to happen, waiting for things to fall into your lap. You can take back your power and really like this energy here where it says shine your light upon the spaces that are present right now in this moment and ready to work with you, ready to receive your magic, ready to receive your gifts, your skills, your abilities, and your wisdom. Okay, let's see if anything else is coming through. Your messages are really straightforward, like so straightforward. I'm just now realizing you have 44 angel number here and 55 as well. And this energy is also about taking steps and going through a period of growth. Okay, so you're definitely kind of like in this energy of leveling up or deeply desiring to level up. It's just that you're in the process of like taking those steps that are going to get you there. And sometimes you have to go through phases of patience. Like patience keeps coming up. Be patient, be patient, be patient. And then, you know, once things start to flow in, then you'll get to be busy again. You'll get to continue the process of your evolution in whatever it is that you're trying to ascend towards. But don't create a negative outlook on your period or cycles of having to be patient, okay? Because there is also a beautiful magic, a beautiful gift, a beautiful lesson that's going to be helping you to understand and create balance in yourself if you allow yourself to surrender to that waiting period, okay? And again, you don't have to surrender to it in a way where you're just sitting around waiting for somebody to reach out to you, waiting for the call to come in, waiting to get the acceptance letter. You can exert your energy in other aspects of your life. So almost like creating distractions, but they're not going to be distractions. They're going to be things that you're feeling intuitively called to work on in order to help develop your skills, develop your creative abilities, develop your unique gifts, okay? There's something magical that you're meant to create and you're meant to share with this world that's going to put you in the position of really being in like a leadership role and guiding others through an experience or multiple experiences that you have gone through, where you're going to really be showing others, your community, employers, how to do the things that you do, okay, and how to move through the experiences that you've moved through with a lot more ease, peace, understanding, knowledge, and wisdom than maybe you had when you went through those experiences. All right, let's see if anything else is coming through, because your messages are really clear cut and straight to the point. So you're also like in that energy where it's like, just get to the point. Okay, don't beat around the bush. I don't want the fluff. You just want straight to the point. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about the symbolism here. So we've got the dragon energy coming in here. Dragons are healers. They're also protectors. So with that coming through, Spirit's saying if you don't get the call, you don't get the acceptance letter, you don't get that award, just know that it is a protection, okay? It's okay that it didn't work out in the ways that you were hoping it to. It's just working out in the ways that it's meant to in order to help you align to the spaces, places, people, communities that you are meant to be aligned with, that are going to help you to fully embrace the truth and depth of your abilities, your gifts, in order to activate these ideas and inspirations that you're meant to activate, that you're meant to create, that you're meant to share with yourself and with others around you, okay? Because if you were to receive everything that you always wanted, you wouldn't go through these like challenges and struggles and obstacles of having to learn how to overcome them, learning how to work through them, which means you then wouldn't be able to be put into this leadership position that you're being guided towards to show others how to work through those obstacles and those challenges when they're presented with them too. Okay, so that's why not everything may work out in the way that you're hoping it to. And Spirit's also coming in and saying that not everything may work out the way that you're wanting it to as well, because you are learning these lessons of how to manifest and how to work with the laws of the universe. And so in order to learn how the laws of the universe work, how to learn how your personal manifestation abilities work, you have to have experiences where you don't manifest things, so that way you know how it feels to actually tap into something and be able to manifest it. And you know how it feels to tap into something and know that it's not going to be manifested. Okay, so you have to go through both sides, okay, both dualities here, both sides of the balance beam, in order to fully understand the scope of what it is that you're working through. Okay. All right, and I'm just hearing that saying, protection is Rejection is protection. Okay, so just remind yourself that if you don't get something that you're desiring, it is a protection. It wouldn't have worked out. It's keeping you safe. It's keeping you in alignment with spaces, places, people that are going to support you, hold you, and love you through these powerful activations that you are creating and connecting with. Okay, we also have the mermaid energy coming in here, so mermaids could be significant to somebody. And then this unique gifts card keeps pulling me in. It's just very activating, very unique symbols here. And this is like the energy of what you're creating, something very unique, something that only you are able to create and birth into this world. And something that, only it's like there's some things that you have gone through that's very unique to like specific community groups, like only like a very small community has gone through these experiences, and not everybody may really understand the types of lessons and challenges and experiences that you have gone through and that this collective has gone through. And that's why you're being called to create a community around this that's going to lead and guide them and offer them inspiration in relation to like how to work through these challenges and obstacles that only this very specific group of people or like this energy that like they go through. Okay, so it's something very unique, something very specific to like a small amount of people. And when I say small amount of people, it's not like, just a few, but it's just like it's a very nuanced, very niche community, and you are meant to offer healing, guidance, and wisdom to these communities because you yourself have also gone through challenges and struggles and obstacles within this specific community or this specific realm. Okay, loves, let's go ahead and pull your next oracle cards. I'm going to pull some more cards from this deck here. This is the Healing Waters Oracle deck. Just going to shuffle it a couple times. All right, and then let's see what your oracle cards are. Okay, let's see. We've got 2 there. So let's get one more. There we go. Okay, the Water Oracle. Psychic abilities, acting on visions, it's destined. Yeah, there we have psychic abilities again, which is like one and the same with these unique gifts. We also have metamorphosis, embrace transformation, things are now different. Yeah, if something didn't work out, it's because it's just not meant for you. You're not meant to be in those spaces. Deep sea diving, way of the mystic, learn through experiencing depths. Okay, yes. And so if something didn't work out too, it didn't work out because it is guiding you to explore the depths of your truth, the depths of your soul, the depths of your being. Okay, it's almost like this energy where it's like what you were seeking or who you were seeking a call back from, or the job that you were wanting to get accepted into, or the awards that you were wanting to win. It feels like this very surface level energy where you're almost like associating like specific identities that you hold attachments to, around like saying like, well, I have to be the first one to win this award, or I have to be the first one to be working in this specific career field because of these specific identities or labels that you have attached to yourself. But it's all like this very surface level energy of like needing to almost like prove something to yourself or prove something to somebody or a community or society as a whole. And so you were prevented and protected from receiving the acceptance into that position, that relationship, that connection, because you are meant to dive deeper. You're meant to go beneath the surface and really dig into the truth of what it is that you're actually meant to be pursuing and creating in this lifetime. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You really don't. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. And so what Spirit is saying here is that they really want you aligning yourself to your own divinity, to your unique gifts, your creative passions. They want you to align with the spaces, places, ideas, and creations that are actually going to mean something to you at your core on a soul level. And so you're going through this big physical transformation right now. Like your physical world is shifting, it's changing because it's trying to bring things back into internal balance for you. You've been so focused on making sure everything is right and in order on a physical level, on the surface level, but deep within yourself, you know that this isn't exactly what you wanted to be experiencing or what you're meant to be experiencing. And the universe, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels are trying to show you that there is more to you. There's more to your life than what you're allowing yourself to experience. And it's time to invite in that metamorphosis, that transformation that's going to bring you back to your center, back to your soul truth, and allow you to tap into your unique gifts, your psychic abilities, and to create the vision and the ideas that you're meant to create to help activate yourself and activate others and the communities and the people that you're meant to, that will actually help create change around these labels and identities that you're attaching to. Okay, you can't, like Spirit's saying, like you're not going to make change in the way that you're thinking you're going to or hoping to by being the first one in a system or a relationship, like where there's already beliefs and systems set into place. You have to create a whole new system for yourself and for these communities that truly get into the depths of what actually needs to be brought back into balance. Like you're meant to bring awareness to these challenges, to these struggles, these obstacles, to these communities, and to create a whole new way of being. And you have the ability to do that, but you have to dive deep and you have to trust in yourself and believe in yourself. And again, connect with your specific unique gifts and stop attaching to these things in the physical that are just like labels and identities. Okay, you have to go deep within to find the answers that you're seeking, to bring forth the peace of what you're actually trying to create in your life and in other people's lives in these communities as well. Wow, so really powerful reading coming through for you today, Aries. All right, let's go ahead and pull your tarot cards. So I'm going to pull a couple tarot cards, just 2 tarot cards today from this deck here. This is the Tarot of the Divine. So I'm going to shuffle it a couple times and then we'll pull your cards. With this water oracle, the lady with the veil here, I am seeing that somebody could be like going through a marriage of sorts, maybe getting engaged or like having a wedding ceremony. This could be for you or somebody close to you. Maybe you're attending a ceremony. Or this is even like, I'm even getting like priestess rituals where maybe you're going through an initiation into your priestess or priesthood at this time. And you definitely are. Like I said in the beginning, there's deep activations that are happening for you right now. I'm also seeing like the ribbon cutting ceremony, okay, where like, you know, like a grand opening of something. Like you are not meant to work for others. You are meant to create change in this life. You're meant to be like an entrepreneur or have your own like nonprofit organization, and just like creating your own communities where real change can actually happen. Okay, too many there, but we have the Lovers flip up, so that's just affirming the message that came through around that marriage and commitment and engagement happening. All right, so let's see, we have the Moon, 18. Okay, let's see what this one is. We have 2 of Cups. Wow, 2 of Cups right there. And then we just had the Lovers come out. Yeah, so somebody could be going through like a merger of some type, maybe merging relationships, maybe merging businesses, or ideas. You know, maybe you're realizing that the ideas that you once had are not substantial to be supported like on their own. And so you're trying to merge your ideas with another idea in order to make this concept work. But then we just have the relationship aspect where like somebody could be getting engaged, a proposal's coming up, or like some type of ceremony, wedding ceremony, is being highlighted here too, okay? Very specific message and a little bit of a turn from the main reading that we were sharing here. But with the moon coming up here, this is also about diving deep into our shadows and illuminating the shadows with the light. Okay, the moon, when it's a full moon, it shines its light into the darkest of spaces. And I think we just had the full moon, and so we're about to go into the new moon. So I do feel like this energy that you're working with here, it's definitely going to be about a month-long process of everything that we talked about for you to really come into that deep, honest understanding of what it is that you're actually desiring, what it is that you're actually trying to create. And it may just take some time for you to fully detach from those surface level things that you were getting really attached to. Okay, so just give yourself a bit of a grace period as you work through releasing those things that you thought you wanted that you're not receiving. Okay, and then of course continue working on learning and studying and practicing your manifestation techniques and learning about the laws of the universe and how to best work with them. I also feel like Spirit keeps bringing you back to this proposal energy, this marriage energy, where maybe somebody's going to be getting proposed to like under a full moon, on a bridge of some sort. This also has like a Japanese aesthetic here, so somebody could be going to Japan as well. Yeah, there's also like little panda bears or raccoon. I don't know. It could be. I think it's a raccoon actually. I don't know what that is. It looks like a raccoon, but raccoons do look like little panda bears. So those could be significant symbols to you as well. And this is also like the energy of like raccoons can sometimes be known as like pests to people. They're very intelligent creatures. But again, that's that energy of like not wanting to deal with something, not wanting to face something because you're not receiving the answers that you wanted or that you were desiring to get out of it. And this feels very much like we talked about with the career-based energy or the awards or like wanting to get those callbacks from somebody. And so Spirit's also coming in and saying that things may just not be working out in the way that you expected them to because they're like taking a detour in order for you to get there, okay? So because this energy of like marriage and proposal and love came up a little bit, for some of you, you may be feeling like a loved one has been like detaching from you a little bit, and it could be because they're trying to surprise you. They're trying to come in with a surprise, unexpected blessing to actually ask for like a deeper commitment with you. Okay, so just be aware of that, be mindful of that, and don't make any assumptions from the mental space. And again, you could be in that waiting period, okay, and it's okay to surrender to that waiting period and to not be just sitting there waiting by the phone though. Go out and do things, connect with other people, and do things that you're feeling called to that allow you to access your gifts, allow you to shine your light and to spread your wisdom and divinity to others. All right, loves, let's go ahead and pull your last card now. So I'm going to pull one last card from this deck here. This is the Self-Awareness Oracle deck. And these cards are questions that you can choose to just reflect on, or you can journal about your answers and reflections by answering the questions that want to come through for you today. Okay, so let's see. Oh, so I was going to say, you can journal on your answer to these questions to help you work through and integrate the messages of guidance that are coming through in your reading today. Okay, you have, where can I create more space? Where can you create more space? Yes, it feels like you are really dedicating your time and energy to like trying to force this one specific thing to happen, but you have like all this other energy around you that you're not focusing on. Like, maybe like the dishes are piling up, the laundry's piling up, your creative projects are just over there waiting for you to return to them. Your friends that actually want to hang out with you, are waiting for you to reply back to them, but you're just like, I'm waiting for this call from this job. I'm waiting for my partner to get back to me. I'm waiting for, this award to come through, and just like constantly checking your email, constantly checking your call log. But you have all these other things that are like asking for your attention and taking up space in your life, but you're just like, I can't put myself in those spaces right now because I want this one thing so badly. Okay, but you're being guided to invite yourself, allow yourself, give yourself permission to move into those other spaces. Okay, so where can you create more space? Instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time to just be. Do a clutter detox of your schedule. Oh, this is your soul action. So do a clutter detox of your schedule, home, and innermost self. Make space. Clarity will come. Okay, so this is almost like presenting the opposite energy here, where it's like you are busying yourself with one very specific thing that all these other things are like filling up around you and taking up space in a way that you are not allowing yourself to be aware of. And so those other spaces around you are asking you to give them attention, to give them space. Okay, so your soul action is definitely right on, where it's like, do a clutter detox of your schedule, home, and innermost self. Make space so clarity can come in. Okay, so if you want clarity to come in on that one thing that you're hyper focusing on, that you're waiting for, you're in that waiting space for, focus on where you can declutter in other aspects of your life to clear up space. Okay, to clear up that mental space that you're like attaching to this thing, this energy, this person, this job, whatever it is. And then naturally the flow will return and you'll get the call, you'll get the answer, you'll know what's going to come of this thing. But you have to like kind of really detach from it, remove yourself from it, and move yourself into other spaces. All right, Aries loves, that is it for your reading today. This was such a deep, powerful, activating reading, and I'm really excited to see the magic that you create, the magic that you bring forth when you finally allow yourself to detach from the things that you're really attaching to on that surface level, and you dive deep and you access your true divinity, your unique gifts, your psychic abilities, and you bring love back into the spaces that really need you to show these communities, these spaces where love still exists within those obstacles and challenges. So I'm really excited to see the magic that you bring forth. And just know that I'm sending you so much love as you work through this energy, because I know it is a little bit heavy, but you're going to make it through. You're going to be okay. All right, love. So go call your friends that are waiting to hear back from you. Go clean up something that you've kind of left unattended. And just forget about that thing you're waiting on. Okay, it will be okay, and it will come back around when it's meant to. All right, Aries, so if you enjoyed this reading today, please give this video a thumbs up, and I thank you so much once again, and I'm sending you so much love. Until next time, bye, loves.